themes for me. The one, well, there are many themes, but the one theme is her role in education and her determination to get higher education. And we are right in the middle of a crisis of higher education. And her story and the story of the compatriots of that time shows what efforts people made to build schools and to grow the education sector. If we don't know all that, we'd think, oh, like the colonial government came, and then in certain time in the 1900s there were some schools built, and then slowly, and blacks benefited from that, and blah blah blah. But it wasn't actually like that. Yes, there was benefit of the missionary teachers, but then our people went abroad and studied. When they came back, they essentially took hold of the situation and started building schools and colleges and developing people. And we don't really know that, not enough people know that story. So there was, a great deal of agency and a great deal of people that we can be so very proud of, and who are role models. And I think Charlotte is particularly important because you could say almost she challenged patriarchy from day one. She came back from the US and she attended a meeting in Lexington in Queenstown and in 1902, and there they didn't want her to be part of the meeting. This is now the early formation of the ANC, the early organizations, which Andre writes about so amazingly in his book, The Founder. Any of you are serious about history, you have to read that. So there she challenges the men who have gathered, about 40 men, and I think it was, I'm not quite sure now if I'm mixing the meetings up, but she challenges them and then they agree they're going to have a discussion to see if she'll be allowed or women will be allowed. So they have a discussion and they decide, no, the women are not going to be allowed. The women must have their own organizations. And so Saul Plaatje comes and he like really whoops them, and he says something, he speaks about it that you think it's somebody speaking about it now. He has insights into this that you would never imagine a man in 1892 would have. I mean, he's saying that, basically saying, look at you lot sitting there and, and here's this woman who's far more educated than you and you want to exclude her, He says, it's all in the book, okay? but he says it very strongly, and it shows to you that there were these enlightened people in our country, these intellectuals, these people who had a sense of the world and who were part of the world, and were part of the debates and discussions that were raging in the world, And so it makes one very proud because you start seeing, hey, this is where we come from.